Welcome, viewers. This is A Vision Media Broadcast. Once again, we have another special show. This man is Marvin Prince. He is the ex-friend of Snow, which is Snow brought out the song Informer, and maybe a few others. But Marvin Prince, he's here right now to give us the facts, man, of how everything went down from the beginning all the way to the end. He has a lot of information to give. I have a lot of questions to ask, just like the viewers wants to know. He's here today. This is Marvin Prince. How are you, brother?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. It's a pleasure with you coming on to the show. You know,
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
you're welcome, man. You're welcome. And it's very important to find out the truth about some things during Snow's career because there's a lot of stories out there, a
Right,
bunch of them, you know.
right.
And first, you can tell the people who you are and what is it? What role did you play in Snow's life?
I'm the one that found Snow, took him to America, met with MC Shan, and from there we recorded the song Informer. Right. I was also his DJ. I was also his songwriter, and I was also his producer.
Wow. So you played major. You had a bunch of hats in this situation, right?
Yes,
You know.
yes, yes.
Wow. Now, can you tell me, was Snow a part of the let me see, I want to say Jamaican culture? Did he grow up around them?
Yeah, he grew up among Jamaicans.
Okay, okay. And that song was actually a dance hall. We're talking about the song Informer. It was actually a dance hall song, correct?
Yes, it's a reggae hip hop song.
Okay,
It's
reggae hip hop.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I would like to go back just a little bit. Can you tell me about Edmund Larry?
Edmund Leary is the one he produced majority of the songs on the album. I did one production which was Runway, but Edmund Leary did the production. He was the keyboardist for the album 12 Inches of Snow.
Okay, so as far as Informer, what did you write any of the lyrics on that song?
Yes, I wrote the chorus. I also wrote the co-wrote the first verse,
Hmm.
co-wrote the chorus. I also co-wrote the third verse, and
Third verse.
the last verse is by a guy named Lil Reds, who's living in Jamaica right now. Shan's part of the song, the rap part of the song, his ex-wife Terry wrote it.
Oh, Shan's ex-wife wrote it.
Yeah,
Help,
Terry.
help, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Now, being as though there's a lot of different people. It seemed like their hands, was in Snow's career. A lot of
Right.
different people. So let's go back to Edmund Leary. It seems like he played a major role.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. He did.
What happened to him today? I mean, do you keep in touch with this guy, or did he ever get any proceeds from the album?
No, from what I understand, he didn't. I knew from what I also understand from what the internet's been saying is that he was struggling with a drug problem
Drug addiction.
or drug addiction. So, but he didn't get anything.
Wow, it's kind of sad to know, people.
Well, well, everything was under Shan's production, right?
Mhm.
Shan was the main producer.
Yeah, and that's what I would like to know. That also, we're going to get into it. How did you bring Snow to MC Shan? You said you brought him to MC Shan.
Right.
So, and how did that happen? Then I'll go back to the next question. How did that happen?
Okay, I was in Queens, New York. My son's mom lived in Queens, New York.
Okay.
So I went to the studio, and while I was there at the studio, it was at 168 in Jamaica Avenue. A guy named Goldfinger, and while I was there, Shan was down there,
Okay.
and I told Shan about Snow, and he was interested in hearing Snow. So
Hmm.
Snow was back in Canada. So what I did was my son was being born the next month. So what I did was I took the money for the crib,
Hmm.
sent it to Snow, and got him to come down. And then when I called Shan met us at outside of Goldfinger Studio, and I introduced him to Snow, and I told Snow do Informer, and from there everything the rest is history.
Wow. So once you brought him to MC Shan, he started working with him right then and there.
Yeah, the next day. The next
Okay.
day we were in the studio.
Okay. The next day. Wow. So you started busting out Informer from there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So at what point was any contract signed? Because you sent you sent
Mhm.
Snow to MC Shan. At what point did you talk about getting the contract signed?
Well, from what happened was Shan introduced us to our managers,
Hmm.
right? So let me just forward just a little bit ahead. It's in the court case. It showed that the managers gave Snow a contract to sign, right?
Okay.
And that was the management contract.
Okay.
So on that date that it was signed, I was back in Canada in college. I was doing my exam, right?
Okay.
And then the manager started a record label,
Hmm.
right? And somehow between them and Snow, they got Snow to sign a contract with them. So the whole time that I was working in the studio and also going on tour, I never knew that the contracts were signed.
Oh, they went
Because
behind you. Okay.
yeah, because the first contracts that was given, um, Snow's mom is the one that had the contract,
Wow.
right? Because she said she knows lawyers because Snow was always in trouble with the law.
Hmm.
So she said she'll get a lawyer to look it over.
Mm. So
Yeah,
she read the contracts. Everything was signed, and you were not present.
right. That's what it showed in court.
Wow. Wow. Now
Yeah,
you mentioned Snow was always in trouble with the law, and I
right.
read a lot. I read a lot of information about that.
Right.
Did the song Informer blow up while Snow was in prison, or did this happen while he was on his way to prison?
Okay, the song came out in the end of November 1992.
Okay.
Right, he came out of jail in 1993 in January.
93.
Right, and the song took off after that in around February.
Okay. Okay.
Right,
So
in 1993. So after he came out, that's when the whole thing blew up.
wow. So it's so interesting to know about the story. Did you know that that song was going to blow up when it was made, when it first was made? Did you have any idea that it was going to
I
do
knew
that big?
I knew the song was going to be big from the time that we did it a cappella, and that
Wow.
was and
Okay.
that was in 1990.
Mm.
Because
So.
I had done a first version of it on a reggae beat,
Hmm.
but we had only two verses. We had the chorus and the two verses, right? And when I kept
Okay.
playing it, even though it was on a reggae beat, it was a Stalag 17 rhythm. Every time I played it to people, they loved it.
They loved it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow. Wow. Okay. And see, it's amazing that once you grow up, so I'm quite sure you and Snow grew up with each other, right?
no, I met Snow when I was 17,
Okay. Okay.
right? So I met him at outside of a party, right? My best friend introduced me to him. My friend Tommy
Okay.
introduced me
Okay.
to him, and then he started singing, and from there, that's how we hooked up. I told him I'm a DJ, and the next day he came to my house, and that's when I gave him the name Snow. Stands for
Oh,
stands for Superb, Notorious, Outrageous White Boy.
that was my next question. You
Yeah,
gave him the name Snow when you met
yeah,
him at
yeah,
17. And
yeah.
what is the act? What does it stand for? Is it
Super Notorious, Outrageous White Boy.
white boy?
Yeah,
So that's the name he went on, apparently,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Because when I first came to Canada from Jamaica, the first thing I saw was snow, and it was cold and unbearable, just like his behavior.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
See, you did some amazing things for him. I know at that age you didn't think about new contracts, getting the name, copyright, none of that stuff.
No, I knew nothing about that. I didn't.
So
I was just that we're friends, right? So
and having fun. You're out there
and having
DJ.
fun. Yeah, he's the godfather of my son.
Yeah, and I read that also. And also he was around your family. He hung around your
Yeah, yeah,
family.
yeah, yeah. He was at my grandfather's funeral.
Wow, wow. And when
Yeah.
it all came down to it, for the contracts to be distributed or signed, How did that make you feel that you weren't on any of those contracts?
I found out about that in the court case,
Yeah,
right?
because you won a lawsuit also.
Right, right.
Mhm.
But while in the court, that's when everything came out, and I was like, wow, wow, the criminal mentality follows
Mhm.
right through, even with your friends. There's no honor among the thief, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, because sitting in the courtroom, and I read this also. You also was awarded one. No, I want to say 1.5 million. You're sitting in the courtroom, right?
right, right,
Everything is being read.
right.
You were for your part. You were awarded 1.5 million.
Yes, the jury awarded me 1.5 million, but when I was outside with the jury, because they all wanted to meet me and shake my hand, right?
Mhm.
They told me they were awarding me $20 million,
Yeah.
right? But I was also suing the management, but because the judge threw out the management part, they couldn't award me the $20 million. So they awarded me 1.5, which Snow had.
But they took it back.
No, and then 18 months later, the judge went against the whole jury's verdict and threw everything out.
Wow. So you didn't receive nothing.
No, I got 4 T-shirts, different colors.
That's it. Yeah, but you did throughout the whole situation. Now, for the viewers, can you let us know what exactly did you get paid for if your name wasn't on those contracts? Why were you awarded 1.5 million?
Because I proved to them that I co-wrote the song. I also proved that I was a partner with Snow, right? I also
Mhm.
proved that I'm the one that brought Snow to America. I'm the one that gave him the name. I'm the one he'd be practicing at my house the reggae. We had all that on video to show.
What did he ask?
And not only that, they saw all the world tours that we were doing. It was just Snow and I on MTV and all
Yeah,
that.
MTV. That's right. I
Right,
saw. Yeah.
right. So because the world was more fascinated, how did this Jamaican kid move to Canada and find a white guy that sings reggae?
Well, did he ever vouch for that? Like, did they talk to Snow and he asked him how do you
Oh,
know Marvin Prince?
oh, they didn't have to talk to him because it was showed in the court.
Hmm.
The videotapes showed. I really
Okay.
didn't have to say anything.
There
So
was
in
no
the
reason.
no, so while he was doing his deposition, he was saying that he knew nothing about me. He just knew of me. Like, we were just friends, just hanging around.
Yeah, see, I think that was a part of a label for him to say that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to get rid of you
yeah.
in the situation.
Because you got to remember, the lawyer that did the contracts for the for the management
Management, yeah.
and the record label, and the managers owned the label.
Hmm.
The lawyer was the manager's friend. They
Oh,
got Snow the lawyer.
so they was all working together,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow. So MC Shan, let's talk about MC Shan.
Right.
How did MC Shan? You took Snow to MC Shan,
Right, right.
and he actually saw dollar signs. I mean, basically. So,
He saw it because Shan at that time Shan was broke. The record label had dropped him. He couldn't
uh,
pay rent, and Snow used to go to the supermarket and thief meat to feed his family.
oh, he used to go to the supermarket to feed Shan's family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He used to go and thief because a white guy, he goes in the store, no one's looking at him.
So he's still because they don't even want to they don't look at him stealing, but
No, they
they
look at
will
me.
they
They look at me as a
they look
black
at the
guy.
black man. They
They
look at the
look at the
black
black.
man,
Right,
but not him. Wow.
right,
Wow.
right.
So this story is something else. So are you still fighting for anything today? As far as like
Uh, well, right now they're trying to eliminate me out of the whole story,
oh wow.
right? But it keeps
You want to wipe
resurfacing. Right, right.
wipe you
Because
right out.
yeah. So I know Shan was doing interviews and he said, well, Prince is the first Prince. He met Prince and Prince introduced him to Snow. And then recently he just started doing interviews where he's saying that he met Snow on Jamaica Avenue.
So the story changes.
Yeah, the story changed. Now Snow is saying that he went to New York and he was just hanging out and he ran into Shan. But there's too many interviews, thousands of interviews from back in the 90s with me and Snow, where I didn't talk. Snow did all the talking and saying that he met Shan through Marvin Prince.
Yeah, well, you were actually the link
Yes.
to get Snow to where he's at today.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he's still popular or whatever he's doing, but you started that foundation with him.
Right. Right.
Have you
Right.
did you ever get a chance to speak with Snow again?
No, I met him again in, I think it might have been like either 2017, one of those times. I ran into him. Right. It was backstage. I was with Chip Fu at a concert.
Yeah.
And
Fushnickers.
yeah, Fushnickers. And
Mm-hmm.
the first thing he said to me, he was like, I had a dream about you last night and I was falling off the roof and you were pulling me up.
Wow.
And I was like, nah, that ain't me. And he was like, no, you were pulling me up. I said, nah, because I would have let go. I'll make you drop.
You told him
Right?
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then after that, we just parted. I don't have anything to say to him because the man that I knew back in the I met him in '88.
Yeah.
And back in the '90s that we were doing our stuff. That man died. This person I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I understand that.
Other than that, he's been doing interviews because Vlad interviewed him.
Yeah, Vlad.
And
yeah.
Vlad brought my name up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then he started lying also on Vlad, saying that he heard that I got murdered. But I'm talking to you.
Wow. So he just wanted to X you all right out the picture.
Yeah. He's trying to make it see like a Jamaican didn't help him get to where he is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm just saying, speaking, when a person don't acknowledge the person that brought them to where they are, it never lasts long for that person.
Yes.
It just doesn't.
Yes.
Now, when he was incarcerated, did you ever go see him or did you write him?
Every week I saw him.
Every week?
And not only that, when he would call me, he's calling collect.
Yeah.
So when he's calling collect, my bill was like $300 to $400 a month.
Mm.
Right? Because he's way out of town. So when you call in collect, I was working, so it was always I'll just pay the bill. Wow. All those I even showed the bill receipts in court. The phone bill receipts.
Yes, they knew that you definitely knew him. Y'all knew each other. You know?
Yeah.
They
right.
knew that.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And with the Snow name, did he acknowledge the fact that you did give him that name?
Yeah, he's done it on a lot of interviews. He said Prince gave me the name. It's on the internet.
Yeah, and I see that, and I just think that if it was more paperwork involved on your part as far as copyrights and all that stuff, I think it would be a little better for you.
Right.
You know.
Well, I think the jury saw through everything, so right. That's why they awarded me the money.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
But you said you didn't get anything, right? Just 4 T-shirts.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is that after the jury awarded me the money, 18 months later, the judge came back and went against the whole jury and said, I'm not giving you anything.
Mm.
So what happened behind the scenes, I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Wow.
Because you're dealing with a record label, which is the management, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, how did they end up giving you 4 T-shirts? Where were you when they gave you these T-shirts?
Oh, the 4 T-shirts was when we were on tour. Like, we had different color T-shirts to wear.
Okay, you just got that on tour.
Yeah. That's the managers they got it from some marketing team. Because I had my snow jacket and everything.
Hmm.
So, right. So, I got a jacket and 4 T-shirts.
Sad, man. It's sad. What are you doing now? Like, are you still producing? You doing any writing for any artists?
Yes, I am, and I'm also working with Chip Fu. We have a school project that called Math, MAATH, right? Mm-hmm. Music Appreciation, Arts, Time, Healing. So we go into the schools and we talk to kids about music, show them turntablism, beat production, and songwriting.
Wow,
and we give them a voice to hear themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, you're giving back. You're doing something for the children now.
Always, always,
Mm.
always.
Well, overall, with this snow, with the snow deal, MC Shan and everything like that, I see that MC Shan actually had a plaque. He showed
Right.
me a plaque
Yeah, that's from Daddy Yankee.
because Daddy Yankee remixed it. No,
Right.
he did it over the song.
He did it over. Right. And the funny thing about that is when Snow came on, that's the last verse uh, that from Informer that Snow did. That's from that guy Lil Reds that's in Jamaica, and he's struggling in Jamaica.
So Little Reds wrote that last verse.
Yeah, Lil Red. That was Lil Red's verse. Come with a nice young lady, intelligent, yes, you're gentle and irie. Everywhere me go, me not gonna left her at all. Yes, it used to be yes, little Reds at the Ram dance man, but Snow say yes, Daddy Snow at the Ram dance man.
Wow, man. So everybody got X'd out. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that MC Shan knew more people that he could bring Snow to. He had a better connect.
Well, Shan was out, right? Because when I ran into Shan in
Okay.
91, right? He had already had the bridge out, he had Beat Biter out, he had Marley Scratch out,
Yeah, Mom
right?
Scratch.
Left Me Lonely, he had those songs out.
Pioneered
So
this. Yeah.
right. So he had his connections. So
Yeah.
he knew who to take us to.
Wow.
And then the management took it to the next level. They went and got distribution for them with East West Records.
Wow. That record label was something. If
Yeah.
if you had a few words to say to Snow right now, what would it be?
I have nothing to say to him. He's dead.
To you, he's dead
Yeah.
in the day.
The man I knew is dead. This person, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, Marvin Prince,
Yes.
you did a whole lot for Snow. You also show documents. There's videos out there.
Yeah.
It's also you have there's newspapers, old stories and newspapers
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
You have everything, man.
Well, what helped me and what also helped me get to here is because of the documentary, Marvin Prince, Snowfall. So Snowfall tells everything from day one. It's only 20 minutes,
It does.
but it's a springboard for all these interviews right now.
Wow. And like when you with a person, an artist that you kind of came up with, did he ever say things to you like, when I blow up, you blow up, or while we
Oh yeah,
together?
yeah. Because we were partners.
Wow.
We were partners, so everything we were like 50-50 with everything.
And
So
it wasn't like that for real, 50-50.
no, when the money came in, no. One person got paid and the other one didn't get nothing.
Wow. Well, that teaches a person right now that will be watching this interview that paperwork, copyrights, all of that
Right.
stuff mean a lot.
Right.
And you didn't know because I was young. You started out young with this guy.
Right.
So,
Right. I didn't know nothing about publishing or anything.
yeah. So Shan was a little more advanced because he already was out.
Right. He was on cold chilling and all that. So
Yeah. Well, we here with Marvin Prince, man. You got a story. I know you're going to be putting out more things about this, right? Because you have a lot of information going on now about this story.
yes. It's all over the internet right now.
It is. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are working with Chip Fu from Fu Schnickens.
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all have any other are y'all doing music also besides helping the children like working in school?
Yeah, I'm working with a girl named Dynasty, a female artist. She has that Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige influence, right?
Soul type of.
Yeah. Right. I'm working with her right now.
Okay.
So that's the project that I'm taking into America.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So are you actually from Canada or no?
No, I was born in Jamaica.
But Snow was actually born in Canada.
Yeah, Snow was born right in Canada. Yeah.
Wow.
But he Jamaicans live in his area.
Okay.
So when he met me now, me and him used to hang. All my friends are Jamaicans because we're all the same family.
No,
So that's where he got a lot of his influence from. Like
right.
that guy I told you, Little Reds and all that.
Yeah, from the
Yeah,
Jamaican culture.
yeah,
When,
from the
when,
Jamaican culture,
when
right?
you first met Snow, was he? What did he have the accent of a Jamaican or no?
No,
Oh,
no, no. He didn't have the accent, but he could sing Jamaican.
that's amazing. He didn't have the accent, but he can sing.
Sing, yeah, he could
Jamaican.
sing the Jamaican songs. But then I would take him in my house now,
Mhm.
and then certain lingos, I'll tell him, say it like this, do it like this. This is how we do it
Okay.
as Jamaican,
Okay.
right? And 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 it worked.
Mm.
So after that, now when I be teaching him like say it this way or say it that way, I'll take him to a reggae dance and I'll get on the mic and introduce him, right? And let him do his stuff because he couldn't go in and get the mic, go to a reggae dance and go touch the mic like that,
Hmm.
right? Because one, he's white. Two, they thought he was a cop or they thought he was an immigration officer.
Or some type of gimmick.
You're right, right,
Wow.
right.
Wow. So you definitely pulled some strings for him, man. You did a lot.
Oh yeah. See, his mom used to love him being around me because I'm not in trouble with the law,
Okay.
right? So I was a school kid, so you know.
Wow. You can't say what he done to, what incarcerated him. You can't talk about that.
No, he
What?
was charged with two attempted murder,
Okay.
but he was never convicted. He got off. How
How,
how the manager spin it is that they spin it that they made it sound like he got convicted for the attempted murder charge, but he didn't. He got off on it.
he got off with it.
Yeah, but back then in the '90s, it made you look like a tough guy. Oh, you got charged with attempted murder.
So that boosted him up a little more.
Yes,
Much more.
yes, big time, and especially doing reggae too, right?
Hmm.
Right.
Around that time.
It definitely boosted him by saying that he got charged for attempted murder, but
Wow.
he didn't get convicted. That's the difference.
But he got taken in for attempted murder, but didn't get
Yeah,
convicted.
he was in there for 8 months.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how long did he do in jail? He set for 8 months.
Yeah, he was in 8 months waiting for bail, and then after that, before Informer came out, he got charged with another assault, which he got a year for.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. So he
Yeah,
caught another charge.
yeah, he caught another charge. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So Informer was just that. What was that song actually about?
The song was about the stabbing, about the attempted murder.
So
Informer. So it was Informer. Said Daddy Snow, them I go blame. A licky boom boom down. Detective man said Daddy Snow stabbed somebody in the lane.
yeah,
Licky boom down. Right.
a guy that was working for the cops told on him.
Right. Well, no. What had happened was the guy that got stabbed said it was him, but it
Yeah.
wasn't Snow that did it.
Okay. So he just came in with Informer.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's how we came up with the Informer. The Informer really came through. I was playing in the background while he was talking to me from the jail cell. I was playing a lady named Lady Ann, a famous Jamaican dancehall DJ, and she had a song called "Informer in the Area Murderer," and I was playing that in the background,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
how the whole thing came up about.
Came together.
Yeah,
Have you ever had a chance to talk with MC Shan or any of his peoples?
nah, no,
So y'all don't really
no.
deal with each other like that.
No, I don't talk to Shan. No, no.
Okay. Wow.
Shan came in court and said that he never knew anything about me and Snow being partners and everything.
Wow. So everything, it was a whole mess in that courtroom, right?
It was a mess for them. All I did was just tell my story, and they saw the evidence, where everybody was backbiting because they tried to say that I was the one on tour starting fights and everything.
And
Right?
you were the calm one. You kept him out of trouble.
I'm the one I don't have a criminal record.
Mm. Wow. So
Right?
they blamed you for all this stuff.
They were trying to. They were trying to say I'm the one that Snow had to protect.
Wow. See, when you see things like plaques and people telling you something that what they've done, you're going to believe it until
Right.
you hear another story. Because
Right.
I never knew who you were until
Right.
you sent me a message. I didn't know nothing about Marvin Prince.
Right.
You
Right.
sent me the message, said I have the real story
Right.
about that.
Right. Right.
So you have been blackballed for years out of this
Yes.
whole thing
Yeah.
situation.
And the good thing about that is that the reason my story couldn't have got told back in the days, because once a story is out, the next day it's old. Now we got the internet. We didn't have the internet back in my days.
No, we didn't. So we didn't.
So the story is always there, and then it starts getting picked up.
Mhm. What made you decide to talk about this? Like, at what year did you start really talking about this? Because I know you was quiet for a very long time.
About 5 years ago, what had happened was
Yeah, what made you
and
do it?
anytime that Chip and I would do an interview, Chip said to me, he was like, "How come you're not telling people what happened to you?" Right? He said, "You're always quiet." And then he told me, he said, "Never be ashamed of your accomplishment."
Okay.
And ever since that, I started telling the story.
So did you start going on to podcasts and telling it, or how did you reach out to other people?
No, people was reaching out for me from before. It's just that I
Okay.
wouldn't do the interviews.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine, Musclehead, he did an interview with me, and another guy named Wayne Lonesome did the interview, and that's what
Okay.
sparked everything.
So everything just got skyrocketed from there. Just went up.
Yeah, it started getting out. Right.
Well, okay, what's next for you? Because I know everybody knows about the story. A lot of people knows about this story.
Right.
What do you expect to happen next?
I'm just telling my story.
That's basically it. There's no
Whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
Whatever happens, what God puts in front of me, I'll take it.
Okay, cool. So you just want people to know the truth.
Yeah,
behind all
just the
this
truth.
stuff.
Right. Right.
Again, we're talking about Snow, who
Yes.
sings the Informer. What
Yeah.
was that the only hit song he had on the album?
Yes. Yes. Well, he had "Girl I've Been Hurt," but
Okay.
that charted, I think, up to number 20 on Billboard. Right. There was "Runway." Right. But "Informer" was the big hit.
That's a big
After
hit.
that, when I left, he came out with, I think, either 5 or 6 more albums. I'm sure it's 5 though. Right. And
Snow
none of
had all
them.
those albums?
Yeah, none of them charted. No one knows about it. They flop.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, in
Wow.
Jamaica we call it iron balloon. It can't bust.
Wow. So
Right?
all those albums flopped, but that one
Yeah.
hit song
Yeah.
put him over the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you played a major part, man, and you telling the truth about this whole problem that's going on with the Snow deal, and
Right.
at least you do know that you played a major part in Snow's career,
Yes.
and
Yes.
he knows.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
might
knows.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he might not want to say anything, but he knows
Well, when he gets up every day and look in the mirror, he knows.
that guilt.
You
the
know.
guilt, the
You
guilt
know.
hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he have never reached out to you again. Only that one time you saw him.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Marvin Prince, you came onto the show to speak the truth. Something that I didn't know about. I
Right.
heard one side of the story. That's all I heard.
Yes, I understand that. But you remember they said there's 3 sides to a story, right?
There's
Your
3 sides.
your side, my side, and conclusion.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. And I'm glad you came onto A Vision to discuss this.
Yeah,
to,
thanks.
to put it
Thanks.
out there.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're definitely welcome, man. You are. And I hope that you and Chip Fool, which is one of my favorite top artists,
Yes.
continue to go on working with the children, making more music, because we need more music out here. And one more thing. How do you feel about the music today? Do you listen to it?
You know what? I find it's more, especially when it comes to the beat production, it's
Yeah.
empty but with catchy sounds,
That's
right?
the perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Right? But it's a different generation, right? So
Yeah.
you got to remember, in the 80s, my parents wasn't listening to rap. They thought it was garbage,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So it's a different generation. So, obviously somebody likes it because it's selling.
It's selling like crazy. You're right.
So I can't say it's garbage.
Mhm.
Someone likes it.
That's right.
right? So
Right.
yeah,
All right, well, that's cool, man. That's cool. So you got some things coming out. Can you let the
yeah.
viewers know how can they contact you, and also to look at more information about Snow? Can you send them to sites where they can actually see more?
Yes. On YouTube, Marvin Prince Snowfall,
Blueprints.
right? And also to get in touch with me is DJ Marvin Prince
DJ.
at gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And
That's the easiest way to get in touch with me.
okay, those sites right there will let them
Yeah,
see everything.
right. Or if they just go on YouTube and type in Marvin Prince, it comes up anyway.
Wow.
But Marvin Prince Snowfall is the documentary.
Wow. Do you ever think about putting out a movie, a short movie about this, a short film?
People's been telling me this for 25 years, man.
I think you should because this will explain it even better, and not just putting people under the bus. It's because of the work you put in that you was not acknowledged for.
Right.
So I think putting out this movie, it can go on Netflix anywhere. You should put it
Well,
together, man.
well, a lot of people's been telling me to even write a book.
Right, do the book first. Do the
Yeah,
book.
people.
Yeah,
A lot of people is just that it's for me to do it, right? But people have been telling me about the Netflix do the movie or
yeah.
do a TV series,
A TV series.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because what they're saying is that with my story, you're educating youths,
that's right.
right?
That's right. That's right.
That don't know about publishing and just thinking it's about music
Hmm.
when 90% of it is business,
It is. It is.
right?
The record label is getting a deal is business. It's all business.
Right,
You know.
right,
You
right.
should look into it, man. You should really look into writing that book first and let that
Yeah.
lead, because you never know who may pick it up and want to put a whole film together.
Yes, yes. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Right.
Yeah,
A lot of people have been telling me over the years once they,
yeah,
especially doing not only the documentary, other interviews.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
People have been saying that movie needs to be made about this. Right.
I,
Because you remember he came out of prison and he went #1 on the American Billboard charts.
coming out of prison. Wow.
Yeah, and then also this Informer's recorded twice in the Guinness Book of World Record.
So basically, he still get checks to this day.
Him, the management, and Shan.
And Shan.
But I do not know what his cut is.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But
Yeah.
we do know he gets paid all
Yes.
the way up until now.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, man. Wow. Well, we have Marvin Prince, the DJ. He's
Yes.
here, the ex-friend of Snow, which
Yeah.
created the song Informer.
Right.
And there was a lot of hands in that song. It just
Yes.
wasn't Snow alone.
No. No.
Wow.
No.
Well, I thank you, man, for coming on to the show. This is A Vision Media Broadcast. We have DJ Marvin Prince. He also do a lot more. He's working with Chip Food.
Right.
He's working with with the children now, and they're building a
Yeah.
school. Or you said
Yeah.
you're working in the school
In the schools, and also with
Okay.
the art with Artist Dynasty.
and Dynasty.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
one that you have out now. Correct?
Right. And I also have a up and coming very talented producer named Asif that I'm working with.
Asif.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm managing him.
Well, I hope you go far with all of your accomplishments, man. That you're doing.
Yeah.
Endeavor.
Just to let you know,
Mhm.
there's a Jamaican by the name of Yasus. He's a dub poet, right? He did a song with Aini Kamosi. Aini Kamosi did the song Hot Stepper. You remember the song Hot Stepper?
Here comes the hot step.
Stepper. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did the remix for it.
Oh, you remixed it.
Yeah, I remixed it. I remixed it in a house.
So is it still planned to I mean, will you
No,
hear that song?
it hasn't been released yet.
Oh,
It
so
hasn't been released yet.
why did you sit on it so long? Why not just put it out there?
It's their song. It's not my song. All was done was Asif and I did the remix. That's it.
No, just one thing. If you remix a song for someone,
Right.
I mean, I guess you still get your cut for remixing it.
Yeah. I still get my cut. Right.
But you don't get any points off that, correct?
No. I got points too. I got
Okay.
everything.
Okay, cool.
I got everything. It's just for them to release it.
That's it.
Because they're doing it through independent distribution.
Okay.
So whenever they release it, they release it.
Wow. Well, you have Hot Stepper, which was another big song. It was a big
right.
Oh, it was a big record. Yes.
Right.
Well, Marvin Prince, I thank you. A Vision Media Broadcast. We have Marvin Prince, the DJ. Check him out. He gave you information about how to get in contact with him. Then you can also see more of the Snow deal with what happened years ago. Marvin Prince had his hands in Snow's deal, but it just didn't go right for him because of all the allegations that were said.
Right.
But we thank you for your half, man, and for telling the accurate truth about what really happened with the deal.
Thank you very much for letting my voice being heard.
Thank you, man, and hopefully we can get back with each other. You come up with something new.
Yes.
Tell us about your journey when we get back. So I thank you so much, man. I do.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Vision Media Broadcast signing off. Thank you, Marvin Prince. Peace out.
One love, Star. One love.
Peace out, bro.